when Jan Jacob invited me to the Awakening in the Field, that word resonated a lot in my brain and then in my body, and I say, why not share with you what I do with newcomers? When I call newcomers, is I've been in the last 10 years trying to introduce systemic thinking, systemic approach, systemic tools into the companies. I've been a consultant for more than 20 years, and I was fascinated of how short the unconscious knowledge can be useful for strategy and also for team coaching. So I will just move into this way of kind of a story. And for this, I need to invite my Playmobiles. And also I need to tell a little bit of a story of how I started. And I will come back to the very first time that I presented the Playmobiles in a boards of director of a big bank, and my colleagues were almost shocked when I put them in the table. So I will just start it with how I was fascinated by how we, the humans, can be represented and how involved we get when we have an object and also a figure that is representing us in a situation. So I was fascinated and how we get really into that. So we will go back to that to the table, and if you see in the table, you will see that we have this German tool. This German tool was the very first one that I bought, and I bought it in Germany after a training with the structures and so on. So I thought that by representing things in the people, this is supposed to be a female, this is supposed to be a small one in the hierarchy, this is supposed to be like a boss and something like that. And people were kind of here. I'm talking about the Latin world. They say, what are you trying to tell me, Juan? You know, this is it, you know? But at the same time, I love to play, and I had my Playmobiles from a previous training that I have in family constellations, but I did family constellation like a hobby. So I decided to say, why not presenting the Playmobiles? So I was in the middle of that meeting. It was an important meeting of strategy in the bank for customer, a spin-off for customers on TVs, and they have like 3 main lines, and they really wanted to go into the electronics and so on, and not into cars. So that was an important meeting. I say, can we have a break? And I will go to the car and I will bring you something. So instead of this, I brought my Playmobiles that I have it in the car, and I put it in the table. And my colleagues, I went with 2 colleagues there, you know, very left brain colleagues, strategies, especially one that is one of the chief of strategy in one of the main universities in Madrid. And he was astonished, and he said, Juan, what are you trying to tell us? But I was just with the CEO. I wouldn't say the name of the bank because all of you know it. And he said, wow, this is something, you know. I started to say, so place yourself. So for this, I recognized that we inside really want to play a situation. And the difference between play and game is that in a game, all the rules are there. By making some movements, you know who's going to win or how you can play it better or not. But by playing, you don't know what is going to happen. So my invitation tonight is let's play. In Spanish, we have we can play with a word, but that is jugar is to play, and juzgar with a Z is to judge. So I call it the syndrome of the Z. So those of you that doesn't know what it means that switch from judgment into playing, but not into gaming, into playing. So my invitation is that we play tonight, and maybe this is what we do, what I do when I want to introduce systemic into teams of directors, in the people that feel that they are important and they need to take many important decisions. So they call me and say, Juan, can you help us with this? And so I say, yes, I have an important tool, but I wanted to show it to you. You say, but can you send us some lines and some brief description of how is it? And I say, no, I cannot. If you allow myself to go into a meeting with my Playmobiles, maybe I can explain you how is the systemic working in your organization, in your teams, and also what happens with the products. Because products also are part of the history of a company, and also are leading is a kind of the order in the what I call this like the history of the organization. So that's why all the times when I start a meeting, say welcome us and welcome our stories, because in that moment I am like allowing and not excluding what they want to exclude or not wanted to see. Okay, so for playing tonight, and I will try to discover from whatever we play tonight some insights that they discover about leading principles, destiny, who's responsible for something, and so on. So suppose that I am the first one that comes into the field. Okay, so this is me. So I just pointed out north, west, east, and south is in the middle. The girls are on the left side and the boys are on the right side. I don't know which camera are you putting up, because sometimes it switched into the mirror way. So that's why I place it north, south, east, and south, so that you can, when every moment you want me to make a movement, you say north, northeast, northwest, southeast, or so on. Okay, so suppose that this is me. So I don't know how many are in the room, but what I would love from you is that it started to choose a Playmobil, girls on the left and on the right, and I will just started to place yourself. So who's first? And to choose and to put the Playmobil into the field. And I call it the field already, you know. So that's I never pronounced the word constellation since like 6-7 years ago. It doesn't cross my mind. In here in Spanish, constellation is something that appears in the sky, and it's something that has to be with the horoscope. So this is, I love the word in Germany that is Aufstellung, something like that. That is really like a TV set. So I say, no, this is a game like children. So let's use the right brain of our head. Okay, so who's first? Let's play.
I am first.
Okay, so Anki. So by which one do you want me to choose? These are girls.
From the top, going from west to east. On the top, no, from west to east, you're east. Now go to west.
I will point it out with this. I am prepared for this. So this.
No, go west. No, you're going east. Go the other way. Other way. No, other way.
Yes.
No, the other way. Back. Yeah, wait.
These are boys.
1, 2, 3, 4. Number 4. No, that's not number 4. From the west. Yeah, there. Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Okay, that one. Okay, so where do you want me to place it?
Sort of there.
Okay, here. Okay, who's next? Okay. Katia, so which one? These are the girls and these are the boys, but you can choose any of them.
So who is next?
Cecilia Young, I'm waiting for you, but you're on mute. So please.
Oh, okay. First row in the boys section, fourth one in. First row. Yeah, no, first row to me. So that would be second. Yes, that's the right row. Boys section.
This one.
No, the boys. Three more over. Yes. Yes.
Okay, this one.
No, next to him. Yes.
Okay. So where do you want me to place it?
I'd like you to place him right at 12 o'clock, facing the other two.
Northeast, northwest.
North. Right at north, right in the center north.
Okay,
yeah,
that's
facing
nice.
Both.
Okay, yeah. Who's next?
I am next.
Who's next?
Joan is fine.
I don't see you. Who?
May I be the next? Joan Oliva.
Okay, Joan Oliva. Yes.
Okay. Just the one in black beside the S mark. That one, yeah.
Okay. Where do you want me to set it?
Exactly in the same place that Cecilia chose before, in the north.
Okay, here.
Actually, you can kick her off.
Like here.
Okay, it's fine.
Okay, that's nice. Okay, who's next?
Yeah, it's me, Pauline.
Pauline, yes, Pauline.
I want the girl in the yellow trousers on the first row.
The yellow, this one.
No, the green trousers.
The
Green.
Green, that one. Yeah, the first.
Okay.
No, the other one.
This one.
Yes, please.
Okay, Pauline.
I like her.
Where?
In front of you.
In front of me.
Yeah,
How
but more distance, please. More distance.
So, Joanne, this is Ankie again. I was the first one and I could not discriminate between the male and the female figures. So for me, the one I chose, the green one, is a female one. But if you want, I can change it for what for you is a female one, because for me on the screen, it's not really clear.
Okay. So which one do you want to
maybe on the top, the blue one, that one, yeah.
Okay, so listen, this is what is happening.
Closer to the center. Closer to the center, closer, yeah.
Okay, so this is what the very first reflection is, how Anki was not being represented enough. And this is one of the magic and the power of the Playmobil or any other figure, that until you are not well represented and being in a place, you are not so sufficient enough, confident to go into the game. Okay, in the play. Which one else?
Yes,
Ellen? Oh.
Who else?
The yellow person.
Who?
The complete yellow person.
The complete yellow person. Okay. Where do you want me to play it?
At east, facing about there, facing the red and the other person.
Yeah. Okay. Like here.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, that's nice. Who else?
The complete red one?
Yes.
The red one?
The red one, okay. Where do you want me to place
up
it?
Northwest.
Northwest.
Yes, a little further out. Yes, and a little to the north. Yes. Oh, that's
Okay.
too much.
That's nice. Okay. Who else?
Ivona.
Ivona, yes.
Yeah. I would like the green one.
The green
the
one.
Total green one. Yes.
This one.
Yes.
Okay, so where do you want me to place it?
Next to you.
Next to me, in the right or in the left side?
Left, please.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you very much. Okay, who else?
Can I
Yes,
go?
please.
Who?
Yes, please, Annelies.
Okay, Annelies, which one?
Totally on the right. The other side, that one, please.
Yes, where?
And well, why not? Behind Yvonne and you.
Okay, in the left or in the right?
No, in the background.
In the background. Okay, that's nice.
Why not?
Okay, who's next? We have already 5.
Probably me, Oscar.
Oscar, ¿cuál?
The totally blue man.
Totally blue man. Okay, where? ¿Dónde?
Close to the total yellow girl.
On the left side or on the right side?
Left side.
Left side. Okay, that's nice. Who else?
Thank you.
I'll go,
Okay.
Lisa Marie, and I want to be the person next to the person in white. So it looks like an older woman with a lot of.
This one.
Yes.
Okay.
And she's looking at everyone with her back to the south. Right? Yep. No, come back. She's standing in this. No. She's standing in the south. More.
South.
Yes. And she's looking at the whole field.
Okay, that's nice. I really love to show it to you because I hired a designer to dress them up, so they are not, so, so this is fashion, Playmobiles with the Spanish design. Okay, so what else?
Can I go, Darko?
Yes, which one?
The one with the orange trousers and the green. Yeah, that one. No, you passed it.
This
Yes.
one.
Yes.
Okay.
And
where
that one is sitting on the ground in front of you and the other person.
This one.
Yeah, sitting there in the middle. Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. Who else?
Hi, this is Dimple.
Yes.
Can I choose the white girl, and can you place it in the west and face it in? So looking at everyone? Yes, thank you.
Okay, that's nice. Who else?
This is Regie. I'd like to have the girl with the pink trousers.
This
on
one?
The right, totally on the right, on the east, totally east. Yes, that one. No, that next to it. Yeah, that one.
Okay. So
and please place it in the east behind the two. Yes,
this
there.
is nice. Yeah. Okay. Who's next?
I'd like the girl with the pink top and the black skirt at the bottom. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'd like it in the east, in front of, bit further back to the east, bit further back to the east. Okay, stop. But turning the other way.
Okay, like this?
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. By doing this, I can already started to say, okay, maybe in this position, and also I am not doing it tonight, but I am saying, okay, if this is true, and I use a lot the NLP, if this is true, maybe it is indicating that you will love to have a leading position or this position and so on. Since I apply some systemic grammar, sometimes it fits and the people started to say, okay, this is showing something that is inside me because of the position I take into the group. And this seems that to give some additional information of what we are when we are together. Okay, who else? Okay, this is all?
No, I could.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, go on.
This is Jadina. I'll take the girl all the way in the corner. Well, in the green boots. The girl in the green boots. Yeah. And
okay,
then
green boots. Okay.
Green boots, and place her between west and south, sort of like making a circle right in the middle of west and south. Out.
Hey, west, it's west. I don't understand only north, south, east, or west.
Between the two people of west, right? No, you can't see.
Okay.
Yes.
On this side or on this side?
On the other side, like making a circle.
Okay.
Helping to make a circle. Yeah, a little more, little more, little more, little more, little more. That's good.
Okay, that's nice. Okay, who's next?
Yeah, that's me, Dennis.
Yes.
Please take the boy in the line which is nearest to you. Yeah, this one, the previous. No,
Okay.
no, not this one, the previous.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And put it on the south between the old woman and the group in the center. Like, yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's nice. Who else?
Yeah, this is Rachel. Could you take the girl who is in the beige dress? The one in the beige dress.
In there, I don't understand that word.
Up and then further across, this one.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay, where do you want me to place it?
Between the group in the east and the group in the center. No, a bit further south. That's it.
Okay, that's nice. Okay, who else?
Can I go?
Here we are.
Miguel,
Okay.
the guy with orange trousers. This?
In Spanish, can you help me with the Spanish?
Yes, this one. Sí, este. Sí, sí.
Este.
This one. No, el siguiente, el de
Okay.
pantalones. This one.
Okay, ¿dónde quieres que te ubique, Miguel?
Un poquito más a la derecha aquí. Perfecto. No, un poquito más izquierda. Al revés. Exacto. Un poquito más a la derecha. Aquí.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so we are ready to play. Okay, so
Yes, let's go.
So once we have here, the very first question that I ask them when you're playing is I ask them, imagine that we are in a movie. So if someone that doesn't know comes into this room right now and I ask him or her, what is this Aufstellung, this TV set that is where coming constellation, what is this about? So I just want some ideas from you. What is happening here? If this would be a movie, what is happening here? Just brainstorm. Don't make it so brainstorm with a lot of humor. Somebody's going to be taken, somebody's going to be killed, somebody's going to be what? Just play.
The three in the center have a short and dark future.
Okay, that's right. Okay, who else?
I think we are on the Spanish markets together.
Okay. Who else?
El juicio, the judgment. Hi. For me, the name of the movie, del juicio or the judgment.
The judgment, yes. It's like, there is something in the judgment. So, okay, so after this, I started to ask, we are too many here because we are like 20 or more like that. And I play like with 10 people or something like that. But who is the center of this? Who is the one that the system would like to move first? If someone would love to move, to make a movement from the system voice, who would you like me to move?
I'd like you to move the old woman who's in front of the south.
This one.
Yeah, but I don't know where.
Okay, this is not the one that is this is not you.
No.
Okay, but okay, I allow you to move her. Okay, move her. Where do you want me to move her?
I don't want to move.
Yes, you don't want, but somebody is moving you because it's not in a leading position. So what else?
She just wants to be further into the action. I would say carry on, stop. No, stop.
South.
No,
stop.
She needs to be nearer the red dress. Carry on. No. Move it a bit further to the one in the center. Further down towards the south. Stop.
Okay.
I'm not sure that's right, but I just wanted to try it.
Okay, it's okay, but we are playing, and when we do it directly, this is moving quite faster. So who's representing this? Whose voice is this?
Lisa Marie. I don't like it there.
I don't like it. Yes, yes, because you haven't been asked to be moved. But since I am the CEO of this workshop, imagine that I am the CEO. I am in the center position. It's not a coincidence, you know. So I am in the center. I am conducting. I am supposed that I am the CEO. So in this case, I asked someone to be moved, but there was not good communication. So this lady here is having a shock in the organization and is out of order because not being asked. So this immediately is something that is happening in the organization and say, okay, this happens sometimes. If this is real, because they are being representing themselves. So where do you want me to move now that you have been moved by one of your colleagues and myself? I am responsible for it.
Yes, I'm willing to be closer, but I still want my back to the south, and I want to be back closer to where I was, even back a little bit further, because I like to have a lot of space to see the whole thing. Okay, so now you're not seeing, so maybe you need to move a little bit here or here. Yeah, there. That's good. No, where you just were. Okay, that's fine. So, that's okay.
Okay, so one thing is, even by being, didn't you like it? You have been seen, and since you have been seen, you're more connected to the organization because you already have some recognition. You have been chosen by me, that I am the CEO, even to be moved. So it's the opposite of moving, of that. So she's closer now in the team. So by asking her if he likes, even I did it before. So let's start it to show what would be some responsible for CEO and chief of departments. And one thing is this very thing that is happening here. So the last one to come, you know, that is what that was Miguel. He was not even able to come into the center. The system didn't allow him to do this movement. If he has done it, he was already for us, like in a certain way, being so shocked because he's coming into the center of the power too fast to do this movement. He was the last one to arrive into the system, and he, in a certain way, is staying in the periphery of it. And if we understand this, by choosing the leaders, this already allow myself to tell them that the leader is the last one to come into a team. And if the last one is to come into a team, this allows me to start to work with what is this? The CEO, the responsibility of one of the leader principles in order is dealing with power. It means the expert, the hierarchy, the contribution, and the seniority. So the seniority for myself are those people that came first into the system. And in a certain way, they didn't come closer to me, but they stayed in a certain way observing, but they know that they choose their position and they are quite there observing all the time, okay? So this when I started to say that by working with them, that the CEO, myself in this workshop, has to deal with you to have a coherent and to make a peaceful game or a peaceful playing exercise, I have to deal with expert, hierarchy, contribution, and seniority. So according to this, which are in this state, in this system, who do you think are the people that are in the very first position as in the hierarchy? In this system. If I am the CEO.
Yeah, but the two black on the top.
Yeah, I think so also.
These ones. But in a certain way, it's like, if you can express it, and sometimes I put it, maybe they are the boards of directors.
Yes, exactly.
Or the owners of the company.
Also, yes.
You know?
Or can they also be the founders of the company?
Or the founders, of course. Yeah. You know? So they are in a position, and it happens when I put it north, that they are giving the north of the company. This is a coincidence, you know, so they go immediately to the north, okay? Mm-hmm. So I am just playing with you just to show how cool can I quickly, in an hour or an hour 15, that's the time that I have now before the closure, to tell them how a plane can show what is systemic position and what's going on. So let's go to the hierarchy today. That are not the founders, not the founders, but where is the hierarchy here? After me, where are the bosses, the chief departments?
Hi, this is Dimple. I was gonna say the one in red at the top beside the founders. The one in the red, all red, beside, yes, perfect.
No.
Okay, so this could be someone. Okay, which who else can be a boss in this? Who's the leader of a team?
It seems like maybe that's the problem. There isn't any.
Which one?
It seems that might be the problem, that there really isn't any leader.
Yeah.
Or perhaps there is a leader in the group of people who is standing on the east area, and the one in front of that one that could be the leader of this small group.
Okay, so can we make this a department?
Yeah.
Okay, so here is the department. And when I do it, how do you feel being now in a department? So now there is a big we and then a small we. And I talk like that, a big we and a small we. So now we are there. And this is also one of the responsibilities for the chef of the department of belonging. One thing is daily welcome, and who are we and who are they in a department? Because the use of the word we can feel it, but if we cannot, it needs to be renovated each day. When I am in the department, the small we is something, and we are in the company, we are a different thing. Okay, so if we were in a real thing, I would love this person to say, I am glad that you are in my team today. Okay, we're not going to do it right now, but imagine, or maybe that person can say to the other three, who's this person?
Me.
Can you say to the other three, I'm glad that you are in my team today?
I'm glad that you are on my team today.
Okay, so I will ask to the other three, how do you feel when this person gives you the welcome to this small team today? because you're going into the smaller one. And the next one, what could be other departments? Who is boss of who?
One, it's Stuart here. I've got some suggestions.
Yes.
So the three characters on the periphery in red, white, and red, again with the green boots to the west, I think that's a group.
Yes.
And there's a group immediately by the CEO.
Okay.
And there's a group below that group.
So you think these three could be a group?
And going up to the person in red. So
okay, this group.
Yes.
Okay. Let's play. We're playing. So this is another department. Okay? Maybe these are the people that really want to be, and I call it kind of salesmen across Spain.
Yeah.
So they meet online once a week, and they just be in the outside of the company, just taking. They are in the borders, selling products, you know, but they are not in the core. And I use a lot this figure of Giangiacomo, that who is in the right, like we are arriving to the what is Agnes and what is communio and who are the really technical things, okay? So we already have the owners, a department, another department. There is a lady here that in any time she wants to come in or to move, she's welcoming to join any department on any other place in the organization. This is important for me, that how she feels. So how are you feeling?
I like to see the order, and when I still have a better sense of my place inside, then I will probably walk through the opening of the small team to the east and those on the periphery. I could see that as an opening, but I'm still on the outside, and that's my place.
Okay, so this means that sometimes some people needs to see the order in order to come in. They are not so much attached to the task like this salesman, but she wants really to know to whom I belong. So she's more talking about Agnes or about communion.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I started to play with voices. I don't need to express this theory, but to apply it into what is happening. So anytime you find out that the order is okay, you just raise your hand and I will move you, okay? Okay, let's continue with the exercise. So now we have that the chief of department has a responsibility on daily welcome, and also to see to have really an art of pronouncing the big we and the small we. While the sea owner, as far as we have discovered, is dealing with power, expert, hierarchy, contribution, and seniority. But at the same time, the chief of departments, and I will place this once we keep going with the teams. I need another team in this organization or in this trip. Let's call it a trip. What else is at the could be a department?
Yeah, this in the middle.
We all we.
No, the one to the east, the four in front of the CEO.
Okay, she.
Yeah, and then the three, one sitting and me and the other one. Yeah, these ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm the one in the beige dress to the east. I'm not part of that team.
So she's not part of that team. Okay.
I'm something like HR. I'm mediating between the teams.
Okay, so
I'm standing for values and looking after people.
Okay, that's nice. That's nice. Okay.
And the old lady likes that.
Okay, so we have another department. So in which department, if I am the CEO and if I call Nine, that is my human resources director in this today in this workshop, I will make a resume of what he has done according to what we have here, responsibilities. So what is the problem that I have? Where is the priority if I need to do a movement right now in this system? Who is defying me? Who is making like a twist of power? Who is challenging me?
Probably the one sitting down.
Yeah,
Yes.
one sitting down, yeah.
It's like identification with something. No? I will not move.
Yes.
I will stay here.
So some and I don't know how, and I cannot explain. But sometimes this is a coincidence, and people start to laugh and say, "Yes, that's the stone in your shoe." You know?
Yeah.
Because if they are looking at him, it must be that a boss of a department that they are like stuck. They are not looking at me. She's looking to the other side. She's looking at her. She's looking at him, but it doesn't want to move.
Yeah.
And maybe let's call it that is a synchronicity or. But sometimes if I am already in the group, I ask him, what can I do for you as a facilitator? What do you need to express right now? What is happening in your department and so on? Because if this is true, and if I stand, do you allow myself to stand here? Not sitting, but
yes,
like
yes, it's mine.
But like an adult?
Oh.
That's different.
Okay.
That's very different. Yeah.
Whoa.
So I okay. So now you're an adult and you're not anymore in a child mood, and you're in front of me.
Yeah.
So how do you feel?
I feel like saying, it feels like saying it's enough.
Okay. So let me just put someone that maybe could be a figure. Imagine that this was the previous boss of this team. Are you looking at me or are you looking at him?
Yes, that makes sense.
Okay, that makes sense. So in me as a CEO, you are putting all the responsibility for the loyalty maybe of your team that you cannot allow to be managed. So one thing that the CEO needs to say is, he is already away, and I am very thankful for what he did to the team. But now I count on you, and you are very important to me. So can you have a better place in your team now? Can you move to this position?
Oof. I mean, I can if you do that, but I think my loyalty to the old boss is still there.
Yes. Okay. So you understand? I'm not going to solve it.
Yeah.
I imagine that I am doing this for the very first time, and we are here only 45 minutes, and we are in a very deep conversation only with Playmobiles, with a board of directors of a company. And I am not using the word constellation. I am only playing with my Playmobiles, and I'm making maps in the floor or in a table. But already know. So I will say, okay, I will pay attention to you and to your needs, but you are very important to me, and I am here to support you, not you to support my results. I am here to support you. And only this switch in NLP changes sometimes, because it's not that I need you to get some results, but I am supporting you. So maybe tomorrow morning, can we have a meeting? And can we continue playing? How do you feel now?
Yeah. Can you repeat that sentence? Sorry,
Yes.
I missed you. Yes.
I am here to support you. You are very important to me. And can we have a long meeting or maybe some walk or something like that tomorrow? So I really want to understand your position and your team and so on, and which are your needs. Because then I will need Nine, but maybe Nine there's human resources here, you know, that maybe we will need some intervention here. How is the black lady there in that position? Better position for her? Okay. So if we already talk and started to talk, let's go to the human talent management that are my clients. They are responsible for belonging in recruiting, in enhancing the culture, to move along the company, to those that are business oriented and business support. It is very important in companies, because the recognition is always for the people to business oriented, and they in Spain, 4 out of 5 euros in training are given to them and not to the business support people. And they are humans, and they are coming to the organizations to be trained and to know more about themselves and how to belong to a team, and not only to sell better. Also responsible for the functions. And we will go, there is one of these papers that deals with people and functions, and also not to be invading. So this lady, suppose that is human resources, has the ability to move in the whole organization, and I need her to be any place at the right moment. How do you feel being my human resources chief? Okay, that's nice. So this is C. But one thing one of the patterns that appears in systemic patterns that appears in an organization is triangulation. Yeah. So I need that the human resources do not come to this core of myself, around myself. You know, because this could be part of it. The human resources become like my ear and so on. I need her. And also, she is responsible for training. She is responsible for people needs. And one thing that is going to happen today with Nine, she will be the last one in the boat with myself. So if you are with the human resources, one of the things that I work with them is say, okay, let's see if this company arrives to the destiny somewhere, or one of the departments, or one of the products, or one of the cities, or one of the countries, you are the last one in the boat with me. But you're not part of the decision making. You are part of that we call communion. Because my daily life will be into the themes that maybe this is logistic. If this is sales, this is logistic, and maybe this is marketing, or I don't know. Okay, I will go back. How do you feel? Do you want to come in yet, or do you not? Do you don't feel that you belong too much to this company or to this workshop?
How do I feel? Sorry, I started to like just start imagining things here. I am mostly curious about the two people in the north.
The north.
Like, who? No, I don't want to go there yet. I'm looking at them. Who are they?
Ah, who are they?
Yes, who are they? Yes.
Ah, okay. So you're asking for one of the things that I haven't talked, the clear purpose of the company or this workshop. So maybe some people do not move for money. They look for clear purpose. Okay, so I will answer to that and say, okay, let's play. Where do you want to go? This is the purpose of this company tonight that will last until 10:20 is to play. Where do you want to play? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to explore?
Yeah, and you're asking the old lady?
Huh?
Who are you? Yeah, I want to know who they are. I want to walk around. Yes, I like that. I'm curious, and I don't know if I'm because I'm going to invest or if I'm the customer.
Ah, okay. Okay, so maybe she's a customer and wants to join purpose. And when that word arrives, I don't love anymore values, mission, or vision. I like purpose, because purpose is very well connected to destiny. And if we have a purpose, then as a CEO, I can be aware of changes in this game or in this workshop and in this company. We can call us a company, and also I am responsible for the temperature of things. But if I want to attract some talent, I will, and I am sure that in the future I need to have a clear purpose. Values do not attract any more people, in my experience. Mm-hmm. But if you have a clear purpose, maybe you can attract millennials. And I work a lot with them. If you have a clear purpose, but you have, and yet that purpose can change sometimes. But if I need to change a purpose, I need to go and talk to them. If at a certain moment I need to change a purpose, I need to negotiate here, and I say, listen, you are the founders, and according to the leading principles, on behalf of she, on behalf of she's not appearing, she's here, I will put it here. She's responsible for connecting. She's leading principles and purpose. So once they look at her, that's what they do when they look at her as a customer, they can measure if the leading principles are working. So if there is a well communication between the sales, the customers, through the leading principles, here in this department, I can have in a certain moment by temperature going and say, listen, maybe we need to change the purpose because the destiny of a product, of a branch or something else could be leading, could be finishing. And by working by projects, this is something very clear that is happening. A lot of companies working by projects have a shorter destiny than before the whole company. I work a lot with a company that send satellites to the space. So maybe we have a lot of people working in a project, and there is a lot of sorrow when the satellite, the next day that the satellite is in the air, there is a lot of sorrow because there will be a new project. So the destiny of that satellite is completed, you know? So this is, I am starting to show them. And let's finish with this public recognition all the time, and to be seen to the companies, and of course, good salaries in the exchange, responsible for that. Some of the things that appear to me in some workshops, and we are only an hour in this game. Okay, let's continue. So
may I add something? Now she's looking at me. I'm that salesperson who is very much next to her, to this old lady, and I feel weak because I don't have a power to connect with the rest, and I feel sad because of that.
You're talking.
Yes, I am the salesperson next to the old lady, which is outside.
Towards the south.
This one.
Towards the south.
The other one. The other one. Yes.
We're too close. We're too close. We're facing off.
Yeah, and I feel very weak when I'm next to her.
Okay.
What happens if I move back? Yeah.
Maybe it's a customer of someone else and so on, you know.
Yeah, now it's better. Yeah.
Okay, it's not your client.
Okay.
So I have 20 minutes, but I will finish this. Okay, so any movement or comments about the playing till now?
Yeah, John. It's Stuart. It was really interesting, the energetic shift at two key points from my perspective. One of them was when the team leader and their mixed loyalty with the old team leader in front of the CEO went from sitting to being recognized and acknowledged in a more adult exchange. And the second was when, before you moved her off the table, the older woman who was a representative either of customers or investors, when the team, the sales team as you defined them, faced her, that changed the dynamic in an important way, because before that, their focus was inward rather than out into the environment in which the team and the company impacts.
And it's true. Let's talk. I worked 5 years ago with a airline. So people dealing with the people before taking the airplane, with the bags and the tickets and your place in the airplane and so on, and controlling and so on. We're saying, okay, but the people in the air really are doing really good. They have a nice life. They go to any good places. They cross. They are like first class and so on. So okay. So I take notice of that in a workshop, and I say to the CEO, okay, you can ask them if they want to become like a steward, and being in Qatar for 3 days, the next one in Peking, and the other one, this company flew around the world. And when I went back to the workshop, where they say, okay, any of you can choose to go really into another department and so on. And it happens a lot with the people in the frontier of the company, because they take the most, and from the center of the company, the people are not being seen. I call it the building syndrome. It means these people here, are not connected with the founders, neither with the customers. They are trapped in procedures in the building. so they need a lot of recognition, and this is what I ask for the people, for the belonging and the exchange. The very first thing that any boss can do to an employee is a recognition of having a good task today and this week, and not yearly. It only happens yearly, and according to what this productivity KPIs, the people are really treated like you need to work much more to achieve your things. But recognition is the best thing a leader within this group, especially that doesn't have connection with clients here, you know, with clients or with founders. They need a lot of recognition, daily recognition, and investment in themselves to balance. Because if not, they are looking at how good do you live. You're having a great time traveling and so on, because you're connected to the clients. When the client is happy with a product or a service, that's a lot for someone in exchange. But people in the middle of a company, the exchange for them, the recognition of people of doing well things are not a daily thing. And people just laugh sometimes when I talk about it.
Yeah.
So for the employees, one thing is to be aware of your place, you know, and also this in order, and also for exchange your task, your commitment, and to be helpful to the group, to the team. You know, if we can really make that exchange clearly, it's not only in terms of salary, because salary as a motivator, it only lasts like 2 months. But the rest of the year, we don't move in a certain levels of organization only because of salaries. Okay, till now, let's do a final exercise. Imagine that while we are playing here, there is an aircraft that is closely to land. Imagine that we all together went into a safari, and that we are in Africa, in a savanna, and that there is an airplane that needs to land. So it's 6 in the afternoon in the tropic, so the sunset is almost there, or maybe the sun is already gone. So we have our lanterns. So who could be the leader to organize? So I need a pilot to film from there. If there is enough place and the lanterns are well placed to do it. So I need a pilot. Who will love to be a pilot? Oscar, can you become a pilot, or is because I'm
okay, no problem.
Okay, so who want to be the leader of these people to organize the lanterns so the plane that is an emergency and is being driven by Oscar can land?
I could be.
Can you put your 2 faces in a Nine? Can you do it for me? The 2 people, the pilot and the leader in the safari.
Yes, 1 moment. Oscar.
And me, yeah.
And
Dennis.
Yes.
So I need the pilot, the leader, and then, okay, so Dennis, so you tell us what to do.
Yeah.
And Oscar will give you feedback if he feels comfortable to land his aircraft, small aircraft, only 4 people in the air. So
not so bad.
Small aircraft. So it's not that everyone may enter, or
yes, all of us. You need all of our lanterns.
Okay, so I would suggest that the problem is that I don't see the field now, so I cannot really organize anything. So I need to see it also.
I need. Okay, yeah. That's good. Okay, so I will do it for you. I will start with this one.
Yeah, I would suggest that those who are in the center, they go to the west, like those group of 3. Yeah. No, this is okay as well. Yeah. I mean, not the like, and then everyone, including the blue and green one. Yeah, to the west. No. Okay, in the center. I'm telling about the center. So this one to the west still, and the blue one to the west as well.
What's the
blue
purpose?
One, the green one.
Yeah. I think it's blue for me. No, it's to the west as well. To the west.
What's the purpose?
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to know the purpose.
Wait a second.
Yes.
Then we have this HR manager in the center.
Yes.
I would ask her to go to the right, to the east. And then this department, they're very organized, so they may face south. That's from where the plane will be approaching. No, not the founders, the department in the east.
Yes.
No, in the east there is a department, yes? They are very well organized. So they look to the south and turn a little bit more to the side. No, to the side, to the east. Yeah, more, please, more. Yeah. So, and everyone in this department look southwards. No, Juan, you have a department in the east, like a little circle. Yeah, so everyone is looking south.
Yes.
Looking.
Todos.
Yeah, turn them, yes. They will be the kind of primary source of this lantern signals. So they will organize the approach of the aircraft.
Okay, so we are ready to land.
No, you have to take away the ones which are in front. It's mine. Yeah, it's me to the right. Yeah, exactly where this little department is, and the one to the other side.
Okay.
Okay, and then the founders have also to go to one of the sides. They can choose which one.
Okay. So everyone has changed the position because of an emergency. Okay.
Yeah. So now we have.
I feel comfortable. I can feel comfortable with that.
Okay, that's very good. Thank you, Oscar. So, Oscar, which one?
Oscar, are you the pilot or the navigator?
I don't know.
Okay,
Oh,
please choose quickly.
Yes, we need to
for
land.
me it's okay.
Oscar, we need to land.
Yeah, Oscar, so you feel good about it.
For me it's okay. I can start.
Okay.
Start working.
Okay, I will just make a sense. Yeah. You know, imagine that the plane is coming this way, you know, landing, you know, I will put my hand, you know, landing, but these lanterns are going south. So once Oscar crosses here, how Hans knows if this is in the dark? So I will just you to feel how it would be like this, and in which distance, and the team can feel it.
Much better.
How do you feel? Have you landed better?
Yeah, Oscar, please.
Yeah, much better, much better.
Yeah, to me, but I have to say, Juan, one thing before, because as an organizer, I kind of measure the amount of effort with the amount of comfort for Oscar. So of course, maybe it's possible to adjust everything like this, but I know that even the line on one side will give him quite enough information. Like.
Okay, but the feedback is from Oscar. That is the one that is needed to land. So it's not a question of comfort. It's a question of an emergency and that you take the right position to save these people that is in the aircraft. So this is a way that sometimes in an organization working in some emergency, and in this moment you became part of the one that organizing us rescue the people from the aircraft. Suppose that, okay?
Yeah.
So I introduce, and this is happening while this crisis, that people that had made a big contribution while with the crisis of the COVID became in a leading position in an organization that maybe in the hierarchy and I call it contribution, because, and this is one of the problems that we are facing today. How, if we go to any normality or any naturality, how can, where I am going to place you that perform really well to allow Oscar to land? Because you don't want to become anymore like a salesman. You became a hero during the COVID. You spent out many hours and so on. So you're expecting a contribution. And this is something that has to be solved systemically by recognition, but only when we go back into the normality, I need to restructure, and also by remote working, which are the functions and the person responsible for those functions, because these two things are key issues affected by remote working by virus, according to the system. Okay, I will just finish it by saying one of the things that, and with this I complete this, maybe I will send you a photo of it. The employees for belonging, the first thing they can say, how proud they are in front of clients. And this is a question that few companies do. How proud are you in front of clients? I sometimes suggest them to ask the children how good or how bad your father or your mother talks about the company. Interviewing the children in companies, because this is a sign of belonging. Also, one thing that also is useful in this period is to teach the people, the employees that are in contact with clients, especially in service after selling. You know, you buy a phone and then it's a disaster when you need something to be repaired or you have an incident in your mobile. So I call it high tech, high touch. So to teach the employees to recognize which are the leading principles changing in this project or with this product and so on. So I don't only talk about leading principle. I'm still discovering that maybe a product or a service or a part of a company has a different leading principles, and this dialogue is really important. And finally, the chief of department are those like with the C owner taking the temperature and see what is the dialogue with the leading principles. So I am still curious and working about what leading principles for me is important purpose. What now that the companies are working with projects, when a project ends and reaches the destiny, how to deal with it, because now the organigram is not as strict. Okay, so my purpose today was to show how Playmobiles in an hour or something like that allowed me to talk systemically about different things with someone that doesn't know, never has been in touch with systemic knowledge, with systemic things, and and how many discoveries they can do. Okay. I open the microphones for questions and how did you feel? How was it? And so on, because we are in 15 minutes, then Jacob arrives for the closing session.
On a clarification, the leading principles, are those leading principles people or agreed like ways of working principles?
I cannot answer. I'm still working with them, and I'm still trying to find out how organic are they, how much the clients are affecting the leading principles, and what is the feedback from clients and different even inter departments and areas, how these leading principles work. And I have the hypothesis that they are more organic than something that is coming from the founder, that much. I think that the companies are becoming more fluent, working with projects are more like that, and obviously values for me are not that strong as I worked at 12, 15 years ago when I was a value, mission, culture consultant. But this is, I'm still curious about, testing and so on and going on.
Juan and Stuart here. Two points. The first is that your illustration with the emergency aircraft landing, was that a way of, for example, symbolizing the changing nature of companies where they're working fluidly on projects rather than on a linear long-term strategy, for example? And secondly, doesn't this requirement to be sensing the environment within the organization and between the organization and the operating environment suggest a different set of sensibilities and skills in the whole company, not just in the CEO and the historical leadership team? This is becoming more diffuse or distributed, this capacity or requirement.
Yes, thank you very much. I've been, you started to get clients according to what you need to develop yourself. So clients are sometimes the hammer when you and you need to shape yourself. But that is true. I have two big projects now with millennials and so on. And I am fascinated by the way they are willing to work I work at organic and liquid, and they are ready to move from one project to another and to collaborate. So it's not that you are anymore in one department, but maybe you are half of the time in one department and one half on another project. And we are not ready for that. And also, I would love to introduce also that we maybe are not anymore in the VUCA environment, but in the VANI environment. It means vanish, brittle, anxious, not linear, and incompressible. You cannot imagine. So it's not origin and so on. And maybe this has been launched by the Corona crisis, but I think it was in this generation. So one thing I learned from Dan Jacob is to put myself in service of the coming generation. So I'm very loyal when I am in the role of being in the board of director of my own company in the family. But when I work with companies and so on, I try to imagine how to attract talent, how these leading principles and the guiding principles, which role they will play. And I cannot say a word because I want to see it in the field as we did it today. with real people in the room. Okay, so it's not a question of sometimes of theory, but each group, each team sometimes. But now my clients that are coming are really fluid, are really technological, are really into satellites, into like, and also like IKEA that is wanting to move into sustainability. So how is this going to work? How is this effective? But some reflections are my reflections. The one of the purpose that I wanted, and when I committed to Jan Jacob, is how to play with Playmobiles to start it, to awakening the systemic knowledge and wisdom in organizations without naming it or without placing any formal name of it. And people love it, and people started, and we are going to be quite higher because we have been using all the time the right side of our brain. And the right side of our brain really wanted to play, but to be maybe outside, and it's not that much ready for the Zoom, because if not, we come Zoomies. Zoomies is really good when you were doing tasks, but for thinking, maybe we need to connect body to body in a room, in a field, and so on. Even this weekend has been really touching for myself, connecting with you and some other people, but I'm eager this to finish in a certain way so that we can create this ceremony, this cathedral that for me is the field. Okay, Nine, I am almost in your hands, but I wanted to recognize you since the very beginning planning this, because you have been recruiting all the people for this Awakening the Field and the seminar. You have allowed creating the culture for this workshop and the Awakening the Field. We have clearly defined my functions and yours, and also my colleague here, Fabio, that is working with me. You have not been invading at all. You have trained us how to work this, and you have been really one in people's need all the time. And you're going to be the last one in the boat with me. So thank you very much, Nine, for all your support. And you're a perfect human resources chief in this project.
Thank you. Thank you, Juan.